Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to another episode of Let's Build a Theme Park. It's episode 124, and as you can see, 124 was another part of a live stream I did a while ago. So yeah, that's why my ugly face is doing stuff in the bottom right corner of your screen. But let's just ignore that. Things we're going to do today, I'm not exactly sure what we're going to do. I think we're going to finish the little forest in here, which is basically absolutely useless since I will destroy the forest in a few days time, or in a few episodes time. Another thing we're going to do, we're going to crash the live stream. There will be a cut in the middle of the live stream. I'm not exactly sure in which minute, but I guess around, I don't know, there will be a cut somewhere in the video because the recording crashed when I recorded the live stream, but that should not hinder us anymore, or whatever. I think this part of the forest will actually survive. Because basically I always wanted to have some kind of forest, some kind of foliage behind the buildings, behind this row of houses. I always wanted to have some foliage there, and so I think the forest is a good way to do that, and to get a transition to the edge of the map. I think what I really need to learn for future projects is how to make, I mean, if I make a forest or a foliage, it's always very crammed together, and on a huge scale. Like, I mean, look at that, there's basically every single square has a tree on it, and I think I need to learn to lighten that up so that I don't have one tree per square and not always those huge, those big forests, but maybe smaller, so 2 or 3 trees there and then some foliage here and then another 2 or 3, you know, a little bit more realistic in terms of a park. There's not often that you really have a forest in your park. That's not happening very often, but it's always happening in my park, so I think I need to learn not to do that as often as I'm doing it. Yeah, here theming the riverbank, not exactly fun to do. I tried to, I tried my best to make it look realistic, but I'm not sure if I was successful with that in the end. I mean, in the end it all looks very samey from when I do foliage. I mean, I really think foliage is my huge weak spot, but I'm trying to improve that since 5 years now, and it's not really working. Yeah, have another beer, I'm sure that helps. So while I'm drinking another beer, let's get some more foliage in front of the Blackwell Academy. Looking at this building, now that the park is finished and is submitted and everything, I totally forgot to add some inventory to the building. Originally I wanted to have in behind every window a little scene or something, like a classroom or a cupboard or whatever, toilets, but I forgot to do it. That's not good, but okay. I mean, in the end, for the peeps in the park, they don't see it. They have basically no chance to see it. So it's just what the people like you, those guys who will open the park later, what they see. And I don't really give a shit about that. So. Yeah, so I was actually, I've decided to edit the log flume because it was, let's say it was a very high log flume. I didn't think it was too high. In my opinion, it was okay. But some other guys said it was too high and stuff like that. And I tried off screen some versions how I wanted to do it if I'm going to change, because if I change something, then what I have after the change must be better than what I have before the change. So I tried some things off screen and came up with this solution. With a little, the solution was a bit different than that you're seeing right now, but I've changed that live while being in the live stream. I changed that, and I think it looks better now. And it got an additional drop, which is always a good thing. Although I still don't understand what the fuss was about the log flume being too high and stuff like that. I mean, we have the small log flume in the Yamatai area for the kids and for everyone who doesn't like huge drops, and then we have this huge log flume. I didn't think there would be a problem there, but obviously there was. So yeah, well. Another problem I had while finishing the park off, I mean, as you may have heard if you're not deaf, basically, is that I said I would finish the park after all the episodes are done, which I did, which means that after episode 128 I still worked like 10 hours or something on the park, and finished the foliage in most of the parts, edited some things, like I changed the entrance, or rebuilt the park entrance. I improved the foliage in Skyrim and Yamatai, and and of course I finished the foliage in the Rome section of the park. But the thing I found was that I think it was in the last episode, on one of the last episodes, that I connected the log flume to the dummy track, what you can see right here. And after I did that, I didn't get any test results from the other attractions. Meaning that I wanted to do a change for the small kiddie coaster we had in the shower area. nothing huge, nothing to do with the track. I just wanted to get one train out, because I had thought that there would be more people willing to ride so I had 2 trains on it, and it basically didn't work. The 2 trains both, I mean, when there are 2 or 4 people in the train, that was a high. So I thought, well, you could just get rid of one of the trains, and it would just look better and more realistic and so on. The problem was that after I did that, I didn't get any test results, and I couldn't fix the test results I didn't get with the Son of Beast channel, so I would have needed to deconnect the log flume again, and I didn't want to do that because I had the theming was already there and everything, and well, I didn't want it to do that. So now in the final version of the park, the Kiddie Coast is running with 2 trains, even though half a train would have been more than enough for the number of people who are trying to. And I'm connecting it. So it was this episode. Maybe not. Now it's working. What's always a huge undertaking is, huge undertaking is the wrong word, but it's always very boring to just the number of boats you have to put on the dummy track. Because if you put too many boats on it, so that like the first boat is fast around the circle and the last boat is on a can't really explain it because I'm too stupid to do that, but let's just say there will be boats glitching into each other and not working properly. So you have to find out exactly how many boats you need and how many boats you need to on a track in order to work for it to work the best, to work properly. We've been very lucky here that we had a correct number like on the first try, I think. At least it looks like we had it on the first try, which is always a good thing. But that's not always the case. I mean, my log flume in I think it was in the ThemePark. I needed several. I think I worked like half an hour on it because the log flume was very long, just like this, and then waiting till all the boats are on it, and then no, that's not working there, and that's not working here, and that just sucked. So I had to do stuff. So it just took a very long time back in the ThemePark to do it. I have no idea what I'm talking about. Seriously. So, but this episode nears the end. We're in the final minute of the episode. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Even though we did nothing special this episode, like last episode. But I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you will tune in again next week on Tuesday and Thursday. Till then, you can follow us on social media. All links are in the video description. And till then, thanks for watching. Stay safe, and we'll see each other again next week. Goodbye. No, I was too fast. I'm a bad person. Very bad person. Way too fast. Like 10 seconds too fast. But now, it's time to say goodbye again.